radiant North Shore of Long Island remains a living testimony to one of America's largest concentrations of wealth in the early 20th century. There is no wonder why it is known as the Gold Coast. In the early 1900s, wealthy industrialists spent fortunes building lavish mansions to exercise their affluence and sometimes competitive spirit.
Sure, there were a number of large families that became prominent on the North Shore of Long Island: the Phippses, the Guggenheims, the Vanderbilts, the Kahns, really every captain of industry.
The upper echelon of society and the rich and famous gathered in the chateaus to mingle and engage in excess.
These grand homes on the North Shore of Long Island really have been inspiring people since the day they were built. F. Scott Fitzgerald, living and renting a home in Great Neck, would go on a boat and see all these grand homes lining the shore. It was one of his inspirations for The Great Gatsby.
Of the numerous mansions built, the Vanderbilt Museum, the castles at Sands Point, Coe Hall, and others remain as fascinating historic landmarks for visitors to step back in time. One of the most majestic is the Oheka Castle.
Otto Hermann Kahn was a bank financier and a big patron of the arts back in the 1920s. Otto built this estate to be his family summer home and weekend retreat. However, in truth, he really built it to be his place to entertain his friends and of course, his family. I think today that's what Oheka does as well. You know, that we are continuing that idea of throwing lavish events here.
The North Shore of Long Island today exists as a fine example of early 20th century American architecture.
The inspiration for Oheka was the French chateaus in France.
While visiting the glimmering Gold Coast, one can also step into Old Westbury Gardens.
Old Westbury Gardens is the former estate of J. Phipps, who was the son of Henry Phipps, who was a partner with Andrew Carnegie in the steel business. Jay, when he was wooing his wife in England, told her that if you move with me to the United States, I will build you an English-style country estate so you can sort of feel like you're back in England. The house is a Charles II style mansion, but we're really about the gardens as much as anything. They're absolutely beautiful.
The Gold Coast mansions are more accessible to the public than ever before. They are open to indulge your fantasies. The brilliant work of architects, fine artists, and the imperial vision of its financiers lives on, transcending a time of sheer opulence and palatial splendor.